Welcome back to episode 2 and part 2 of my playthrough of Civilization 4 Beyond the Sword with the Realism Invictus mod. Last time I thought I was only going to play for about 20 minutes and it ended up to be 40 minutes of broadcast time. So this time I'm going to try to keep it under 20 minutes. I'm going to try to keep my eye on the clock a little bit better so that it doesn't last as long as it did the last time. Picking up from last time, we were taking our Romano scouts and exploring our area around our village, around our city. I picked up a warrior there. That's always interesting. Like I said, I would prefer technology, or I would prefer a settler or a worker, but I will take the Mediterranean warrior. He'll go off and explore. And he'll go off and explore. It looks like there's a desert to my north. So I'm going to continue to explore. And my Rome has now completed its palisade and is asking me, what do I want to research next? I think I'm going to build another Polybian Sagittari. Again, you can't have too many warriors in this mod. And this guy's going to go explore to the south. Looks like there is a desert to my north. And I got another warrior, which is always good to, again, to spread out your search for goody huts. I'm going to go down there. Continue to search out to discover new areas and hopefully find new AIs so I can trade with them perhaps. One thing we could possibly do is we can go into victory conditions and then settings and see exactly what our settings are in this game. We are playing Augustus Rome. We're on Warlord difficulty. We're using the map type called Earth 2, giant world size with temperate climate and medium level seas. We're starting off in the ancient starting area. I always called it the Stone Age, but I guess it's just called ancient. With realistic speed. We're playing with Raging Barbarians, which you'll see soon enough that Raging Barbarians is exactly that, raging. No technology training, permanent alliances, holy city migration, and protect valuable units is turned on. So far, the only rival we have met is Ozbeg Khan of Tartaria. So we're going to continue on. Exploring again. Looks like we're at the southernmost reach of the map. Oh, look, another horse resource. How close is that to our city? Probably not real close. Looks like it's, oh, yeah, quite far away. Cattle resource. You know what? I'm going to take this Mediterranean warrior and head back home. This guy's just going to go along the edge of the map. He's going southern reach. Going up there. I'm really surprised that I haven't come across more AI opponents. Looks like here's some oases that are found in the desert. They're always good to build upon. Looks like it's end of our turn. I have built another Polybian Sagittari. Question: I think I'm gonna build a settler. I want to build a settler because I want to expand my empire a little bit. Hopefully I can get it out before the barbarians attack. I'm going to go down here to the south and build a farm. Oh, there's that must be Ozbeg Khan. Yes, Ozbeg Khan there. He's got a steppe militia and an Altaic warrior. He's just out. Oh, okay. There's his little city-state right there. Ah, Kachum Khan, Siberian Empire, and he's pleased to meet me. I'm pleased to meet you. And we'll talk later. I'm not sure exactly where he's at, but we'll find out. Oh, there he is. He's off way to the north. I'm going to bypass him. He's just a scout. Ooh, a goody village. And I get a worker. Nice. Now the thing I want to make sure there is I want to protect my worker at all times. So I'm just going to sit on him for this turn. I am going to fortify that Polybean Sagittari. Ah, Metai Basarab, Crusader Kingdom. Crusader Kingdoms are very dangerous in this game because they have a special building that can produce extra warriors with just the normal. What normally would produce one warrior, they produce 2 warriors, so they can be quite lethal. Well, looks like there's a goody hut in that little swamp there. Now I want to take my Romano scout and my worker and move them together. So what I did is I clicked shift and held it and clicked on both of them. Now they're moving as a group, and I'm going to try to get them back to my town without dying. It's a long way off, but we'll see if we can do that. 13 turns of movement.
From such crooked wood as that which man is made of, nothing straight can be fashioned.
So now I got woodworking, which allows me to build the logging camp, chop down forest, chop down savanna, reveals prime timber, and leads to architecture, bronze working, and sailing. Enables my unit the battering ram, the militia, the velite, it's a recon unit for the Romans. And I can build sawmills, which gives me a 5% bonus to production, logging camp, and then the ability to chop down wood, and then prime timber. I'm going to go for metal ore next because I want my mining. I want to start mining. Ooh, prime timber. Look, I get prime timber right in my southern borders. Nice. That'll help with producing a lot of resources. This is my Romano Greek scout. He's going to continue to move north. This is my Mediterranean warrior. Again, he's just going to continue to move north. Oop, looks like he came across a black leopard. Black leopards are 2-2, so they move fast and they're quite dangerous. My guy is a 2-1. I should be able to be okay with him. We'll find out. Yep. This guy will continue to move along the southern edge of the map. This looks like the jungle. Remember I was telling you about jungle? Look at they damage 5% per turn, so you can't travel in a jungle for very long without becoming injured. This guy's going to continue to follow that river upstream. Ooh, a goody hut. Looks like he must have entered the swamp. Excuse me. He's continuing to move back. I'm going to continue to move down, maybe explore that area. All right, I'm going to move over this way. And again, exploring all this dark area. Ooh, a goody hut. Hopefully I can get it before that guy does. Ooh, another goody hut. Oh, if I go into that area, I declare war on the Crusaders. I don't want to do that, so I'll say no. Continue to move around him. I'm going to move this guy back into our village. back into their village because we could always use him as a defender. Received 92 gold pieces from that village and 62 gold pieces from that village. So we're up to 674 gold pieces, but our taxes are -2 gold per turn now. We can adjust this slightly downward so that we're only given 85% into science. Let's go 80% into science. We're getting 9 per turn, and now we're back to equal. Looks like we're being attacked by a Siberian lion. And looks like now we've gained enough experience to get in promotion. We're going to get the land tactics promotion, as you will see soon enough. Look at this, a nice huge swath of spices. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'd be nice to drop a city right here and gain all those spices at some point in the future. I'm going to move this guy back into town as well. We'll need them in the town for the defending against the barbarians when they come. And just keep on exploring, finding new areas. Wild beasts are out. Okay. He's at 0.8 of 1. I'm going to continue to move him through this dense jungle. He's a Mediterranean warrior. Looks like he's settled a new city just here. I wonder let's make sure there's no resources that he might have been picking up. Worker. Now, why would he be moving an unprotected worker through the dense jungle? Very strange. I think I'll rest him in this little spot here because there's no jungle, and I can heal him up a little bit. I'm going to, again, continue to move into the jungle there. Here's some cattle or some deer resources. Far from my town, so I'm not really that concerned about it. And I'm going to... I have the capability of upgrading for 58 gold this warrior to a Sagittari. I think I'll do that. Build another farm. Kind of. Oh, you know what? This is my worker. I wanted to move him down. Wanted to move him down into our area, not explore.
We know that nations, both before and after the introduction of metals, may continue in very different stages of civilization, even after commercial intercourse has been established between them, and where they are separated by a less distance than that which divides the Alps from the Baltic.
This metal ore, of course, reveals copper, gems, gold, and silver. Very important. I'm hoping that I can find copper near my settlement. That would be really good. Metal ore and copper are extremely important early on in the game. And I'm going to research stone cutting. I'm going to move back down to my village here. Kind of look around. I'm hoping that I don't see any copper that's popping, which is really sad. Looking. Sometimes you can hear it ka-ching. Ah, look. Copper. Right there. And it's kind of far away from my village, but I might be able to build towards it. I'll just make sure there's no copper to my south. doesn't. There's a goody hut there. Probably it's gone now. Probably somebody's picked it up. Horses. Another goody hut. I don't see any copper other than that one node. I'm gonna move this guy. Uh-oh, look at that, a polar bear. He's a 3-1, plus he gets a 50% bonus against melee units. This is not good. I'm going to run away. Fortify that upgraded unit now. Oh, see, look, he's building towards those horses. Remember I told you that if he can get a hold of horses, he can be quite lethal. He has special units that would be, that gain access to horses, become quite powerful. The wolves are attacking us. Probably, oh, I see. Yeah, he's trying to get a hold of my worker. And now we look at all these promotions that we can look at. Remember, I told you the land tactic promotion leads to this. This is promote units with pacification 1, which gives a 25% bonus versus barbarians and can gain an additional 25 experience points from barbarians. So I'm going to click on that. And again, move him closer to town. Move him up. Again, keeps on searching. There's that barbarian polar bear. Try to got my worker back into my settlement area. In the Invictus Realism mod, animals will never enter your sphere of control. You can tell the sphere of the control by the outline of the colored map on the map. So now I can take my worker and break him away from my scout, and my scout's going to rest up because he's a little bit hurt. He's 0.9 of 1, so he's going to rest. And this guy's now, remember when we got our, I think it was it woodworking? Yeah, woodworking allowed us to chop down trees. I want to chop down all these trees around Rome because forests give a 50% defense bonus, and what will happen is the barbarians will eventually come in, and then they'll just kind of park themselves in the trees, harrowing anybody coming and going from my city. So what I want to do is cut these trees down. Plus I get production out of it, which is nice. Oh, look at, I just noticed this. Roman Empire is 27 points. The Crusaders are 24. The Tartarians are 22. And Siberians 2. I think there might be something wrong with that Siberian Empire in the Realism Invictus mod. At least the version that we have. I don't think they have the ability to create settlers. In which case, then they just kind of wander around forever. They might not even have a settler. Which, you know, if you don't have a settler, you can't create a city. I am going to, looks like my settler's been found, been formed, so I'm going to just build a militia unit. And now I want to take, I'm going to hold my shift key down, and I'm selecting all 3 of my archers. And I'm going to move him up this way. Now this is my new city location. Move him there. He looks like he's getting pretty well beat up. He needs to move. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I see a barbarian. I don't know if that spawned from a goody hut. I'm going to move him off into this direction. Goody huts will sometimes spawn barbarians, or otherwise the barbarians will just form at a certain time. This is 2740 BC. I'm not exactly sure when the barbarians actually spawn. Deer. I'm going to rest this guy because he's hurt. You can tell he's hurt because he's only got 1 character versus the 2 that you normally see on most units. I'm going to rest him up. And I'm going to set that guy to watch out for barbarians. Oh, and there's some more barbarians wandering around out there. These are savages, I know. They're 2-1 units. And he's destroyed my scout. That's the beginning. I can tell that's the beginning of some savage fighting against the barbarians. My settler has reached its location, and I'm going to settle that. I'm going to settle that city. I'm going to call it Antium. I could call it whatever I wanted if I wanted to, but I'm just going to call it Antium. And it asks me what I want to produce. I'm going to start building a palisade right away because I got some defenders here. I got 3 of the Sagittari archers, but I just don't trust those barbarians. And now I built my militia and it wants to know what I want to do in my primary city of Rome. All sorts of things I could produce. Warehouses are nice. They have +1 health and +1 production. Archery ranges are nice because then you get +2 experience points from your archers. I'm going to do that. 13 turns. And I'm going to fortify this guy. Oh, barbarians. See, they're savages. And savages are 2-1 units. They're a -10% to a city attack, +25% city defense, and 25% forest strength. I can push I can put my cursor over him, and I can see I'd have a 73% chance to win against the battle of that. I'm going to try it. And I won, just barely won. More enemies fighting my guys. That was a tough fight. I get a promotion from this guy. I'm going to give him a forest defense. And then I'm going to push him into the forest and let him rest up a little bit. This guy fought the barbarians and got a promotion, and I'm going to give him a tundra defense. I'm going to move him off into the tundra a little bit. My worker finished that farm. I'm going to move. Uh-oh. I see a barbarian coming into my area. I'm going to fortify my Greco-Roman scout. Prepare for that savage to come in. Or a primitive. He's that primitive, I believe. No, he's a savage. A 2-1. Okay. Primitives are barbarians that throw rocks. Ooh, I see barbarians now beginning to come. So I am going to try to cut down those trees there real quick. Ooh, look, gems. Someplace. I'm going to rest this guy up. He's 1.2 of 2. I'm going to rest him up. And you can hear through the marching sounds that the enemy has been spotted near Rome. Now, workers have 0 strength, so if they're not defended or if they're not protected by a unit and a barbarian attacks them, they're instantly killed. There's no resolution of combat. So I'm going to push him back into the town because I don't want to lose those 2 workers. And I'm just going to rest them for now.
The finest workers in stone are not copper or steel tools, but the gentle touches of air and water working at their leisure with a liberal allowance of time.
And this one again provides marble, shows marble or stone. Stone is highly important in this game. Marble is not so, and so marble is more for building of wonders, which again I don't build a lot of wonders, but stone is to build stone roads, and you really need that late in the game. And then I can be road building. I'm going to go storytelling because I need a little bit of culture. Entering Crusader lands will trigger war. I don't want to do that, so I'll say no. He must have another village up there, another city. Again, I'm looking for goody huts, but I don't see anything now. Stonehenge has been built in a faraway land. Oh, look at these barbarians. Oh, and I get a random event. Floods have washed out the routes near Rome. We will have to send workers to repair them. The cart path is destroyed, or dispatch emergency crews to repair the damage without heed to the cost. That's 20 gold. 20 gold is kind of expensive. I think I'm just going to let that cart path get destroyed. Oh, and those barbarians. I'm going to click on my map to get back to my... Look at all these barbarians that are in my village, and they're destroying all my resources. And the problem is the river there. If I try to cross the river to attack the barbarian, I'm going to be a severe penalty. So I don't want to do that. And of course, the other barbarians up in the hills give a 25% defense bonus, so that's going to be quite lethal. Although if I mouse over the barbarians on the hills, I have a 95.62% chance of winning. I'm going to do that. And I won. Thank goodness. Ooh, more horses. Oh, look at that. The Crusaders have horses right next to them. Lucky dogs. I don't have anything. Take a look at my city. I have some cattle. I just don't really have any resources. I have some sheep, but cattle and sheep they're good for food, but for war, they don't really produce anything. More barbarians coming in. More barbarians just sacking my resources and my roads. This guy is going to get the land tactics promotion so that I can eventually get the pacification preference, and then I can get the plus 25% versus barbarians. I'm going to run back to town there. Look at those nice horses. I'm so jealous of this Crusader Empire. The cart path has been destroyed by a barbarian savage, and enemies are spotted near Rome. So let's take a look at this again. I got barbarians coming in all over the place. It's going to be quite. Look at all those barbarians. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 barbarians. I told you they're savage, and they're going to start coming in stacks, and that's what's going to become even more lethal. There's really not much I can do about it right now. I'm just kind of held up in my city. This guy is trying to build a palisade to protect the walls of Antium, and I'm building an archery range here so that I can get more experience when I produce my archers. I'm going to rush this guy back to town because I'm sure that I'm going to need him. I'm going to attack to the south. I have a 99.44% chance to win, again, because I'm not going across that river. I'm going to attack him. I won. That's good. I'm going to start moving this guy back to my town as well. It's going to take 36 turns for him to get back to town, if he ever can get there, but I'm going to move him 34 turns. I'm going to start moving all my forces back to my cities because I'm going to need them. I'm going to need them. So now I'm just going to, yeah. That's two across the river, so they should have a defensive penalty. Good. This guy's kind of injured, so I'm going to move him back into town. This guy, this archer, I can get the promotion land tactics. I'm going to rest him up. And then I'm going to fortify the stack again. That's a 25% bonus, and that's quite nice. The savages here, I got a bunch of units here, and this a bunch of Mediterranean warriors and a militia. I got a militia here. He's 3-1. 99.18% chance of winning. I'm going to attack. That's not the injured one. The injured one I'm resting up. And see, he's at 2.2 of 3. I'm just going to rest him. Toynbee has completed his greatest work. The largest civilizations of the world. Ozba Khan, the Glorious, is number 1. I'm down here at number 7, the Augustus the Hopeless. That's kind of silly. Now, here I can build, after building the archery range, I can build the pyramids if I wanted to. But like I said, I'm not a big wonder builder. I'm more of a warrior at heart. Local crafts, I can actually just convert all of my production into gold or science. I don't want to do that. I want to build another Poly B and Sagittari. And I'm going to give that guy a promotion, bring him back into town because I'm going to need that. And you know what? I think we're going to end the session. Thank you very much for watching. If you would like to give it a like down below, I would appreciate that. If you have any suggestions, I would also love to hear that. If you have any ideas of like what you want me to talk about during the game, please make a comment down below and we'll address that. Until next time, goodbye.